Everywhere are heading back to school, and this time of year proves to be pretty expensive for college students. Our money man Bob Ingram from Ameriprise Financial is here to talk to us about how to keep these prices down around campus. Now, tuition and room and board are tough enough. So what do we need to know about saving money throughout the semester?
Well, you can start actually, Smitha, with the first move-in weekend. And if really students and families really should prioritize really those wants versus the things that they really need. So, do you have to have the best laptop with the iPad, with the entertainment system, moving into the dorm or maybe an on-campus apartment? Can you really kind of keep it minimalized, figure out what you really have to start? And there may be some things that you find out along the way during the school year that you need, and you can get things a little bit at a time. You don't have to crunch that budget right up front. Also, you can take advantage of a lot of the services and the offerings and things and the technology that the school actually has. Like you say, you're paying a lot for tuition. Take advantage of as much of on-campus things as possible. The other part, of course, would be textbooks, and we know that cost of books have been increasing every year. The good news is there's so many different ways to actually order and buy textbooks, whether it's buying used. There are book exchange sites out there. You can have rental textbooks that a lot of the bookstores are doing. And actually, there's some studies that are showing, because of all these different avenues, there's actually less spending on books now than there was even 4 years ago. So that's at least some good news. Take advantage of that. Also, when you're looking at meal plans, you don't have to have the highest meal plan available, the maximum number of meals. Go with maybe an average to lower end.
Get scared. Mom's cooking isn't there now.
That's right. You have to figure out some alternatives to that. So maybe start off a little bit slow with that, and then along the way, if you need to add to the budget, maybe a little extra pocket money might be a little bit less expensive. Or if you need to through the rest of the semester, a lot of schools will let you increase it if you have to. And then just general spending plans. Figure out how to have a cash management system between how much you're going to have for spending money throughout the semester, and then maybe how much parents might be helping out along the way, and to try to exceed that. Keep a budget.
But of course, when you're on campus, you're always looking for ways to learn, and this seems like a great way. There's got to be a way to get a head start on that education, though, right?
Sure. As far as kids, it's a great way to get money management techniques in place, and a great start to that, avoid the credit cards. It's a tempting offer, and I know there's been some legislation the last couple of years to reduce that, but try to avoid it at least at the beginning until you can get a better handle on managing finances. Start by actually working through a budget. So the students actually should track their spending, whether it's just expenses for school supplies, whether it's the spending money, the beer money for the older students. Track that throughout the month and actually put a system in place to be able to try to save, so you actually have some extra money at the end. I know that's not the easiest, but it's a great system, and that's a great way to help to.
Now, of course, we recognize that not everybody is ready to go to college just yet. So for our parents of younger students who are still preparing for college, is there a way to start prepping to fund that college experience? I know we hear a lot about those college savings.
Sure. Look at all those different alternatives. The 529 college savings plan can be very effective. It's tax-free growth. It's great for gifting, so families and parents and grandparents. It's a nice, easy way to be able to put money into that and let it grow tax-free. But there's also a lot of considerations that you may have tax penalties if you use that money for a non-educational purpose. So there's those alternatives, other savings as well. It's so important then to really have a plan, figure out what your different savings goals are, and then how to fund each of those different ones so you're not strapped in any one category or area.
Very good information. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.